you're good. Cameron Grodhaus.
Grodhaus.
Yep.
Okay. Today we got transfer. DB. We got Cameron Grodhaus. Now playing for Davenport University. Cameron, I appreciate you coming on. And how are you doing?
Doing good, man. Getting ready actually to head to another workout here soon. I'm glad you caught me at 5 today.
No problem, man. No problem. Like I said, I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you hopping on. We're gonna chop some football. So, let's get right into it. So, you're a transfer from Lake Erie College, where you played from 2020 to 2023, 3 years. And then you transferred. You're a graduate student now, and now you're at Davenport University. So, what about Davenport University? What about it wanted you to go there? So yeah, tell me a little bit about that transition.
So whenever I hit the transfer portal last November, I was really looking for a place where I could come in and make an impact right away and really fit into the culture and stay in the place. So I actually had a defensive coordinator from Lake Erie College that was on staff at Davenport at the time. And after I originally committed to Ferris State University, he reached out to me and I visited Davenport and ended up falling in love with it. And I loved the staff and everything just seemed right from the moment I set foot on campus. So I ended up making the flip and going to Davenport, and I have no regrets on that.
Yeah, man, that's like the best thing, when you have no regrets. You found your home, and you're happy with the results. So that's always a good thing. So at a young age, tell me a little bit about your childhood. High school. Did you play any sports growing up, like besides football, or was it just mainly football? And what really got you into football? Whether it was like a family thing, whether like you had people within your family, or whatever the case may be. Just tell me a little bit about that.
Yep, I got you. So from a young age, actually, basketball was always my favorite sport. So I played football and basketball my whole life growing up, all the way up through high school. And I also played a little bit of baseball when I was younger, probably until junior high. But I think once I got to high school, I figured out that football I would have a chance to take further than anything else, any of the other sports that I was playing at the time. And it just really stuck with me. Started to put a lot more time and effort into that. And then, when colleges start reaching out to you at that point in time, that's when you kind of know what you want to do. But
Definitely. Yep.
yeah, basketball is always another love of mine too. I still try to hoop when I can.
Yep. That's always a good thing, when you're like, versatile at a young age, like, you multiple sport athlete, it all, ties in. And, baseball, that's a huge thing, especially, for, you play safety, right? So we'll get, a little bit more in depth about that. I don't know, like what position. I didn't play baseball growing up, but, if you played center field, whatever, we can talk a little bit about baseball, but, safety, you got to have that ranginess, you got to have that speed, get from sideline to sideline. So, that's what I'm saying. It all ties in together, So, uh, you when it comes to safety, would you say you're more free safety, or could you, come into the box and you can play the run game and get your nose dirty as well, blitz off the edge, Tell me a little bit about your versatility at the DB position.
So I would say I actually my sophomore year I played free safety at Lake Erie College, but other than that, I was always a strong safety. Actually, one year in my college career, we ran like a kind of 4-4 defense and played one high, and I was more of an inside the box linebacker at the time. So I would say my strong point would be playing in and around the box, kind of plays, but like in the run game. But I do like being in coverage, and I would say that's one of my big strengths is dropping into zone coverages and playing man to man on tight ends and running backs.
Definitely, and you know, that's awesome because uh, when you can play coverage against bigger tight ends, especially when you get to the next level, in the NFL, you're gonna have guys like Kittle, guys that can like Kelsey, and all these bigger guys, that can go down the field, catch passes. So it's definitely nice having that guy that can get handsy and be physical at the line of scrimmage and cover those guys. So that's definitely nice. Um, when it comes to your role model, growing up, did you have anyone that you looked up to? Yeah, did you have anyone that really shaped you into the person on and off the football field that you are today?
Yeah, I mean, I would say my biggest role model up was for sure my father. He was a construction laborer, so just watching him wake up every day, 4 o'clock in the morning, and going to work was a huge motivation to me to, one day be able to provide for my family the same way that he provided for me and my brother. And I would also
Definitely.
put my older brother into that category as well. He actually in West Virginia, and kind of just him paving a way for me to make it out of our area and go play scholarship football was always a huge advantage in my life as well.
That's awesome, man. Especially growing up as a kid, you kind of want like a father figure, someone that you can look up to and someone that can motivate you, and you definitely had that. So shout out to your dad. It's definitely awesome,
So,
man. This kind of question I ask all my you know uh guys that I interview. It's kind of an interesting question because I've had guys that say their play comes natural to them, or do you have obviously your defensive back. Is there anyone in the NFL that you kind of model your game after, that you kind of take, notes here and there from, or does your game just come naturally to you? Because, for some people it kind of does
yeah,
so.
I'd say because actually in high school I played receiver, so it was kind of a transition for me when I got to college, playing safety and focusing more on defense. So I definitely had players that I wanted to try to emulate and play like that.
Right.
All out to me when I watched football as a child, and one of the first guys that comes to mind is definitely Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, he's a
I love,
dog. He's a dog.
and then he just creates havoc and causes turnovers, and that's something that I definitely want to do in the league if I get that chance to play at the next level. And then a guy like Buda Baker, he plays around the box. I mean, I think he had over 100 and some tackles this year too. So it was like those are guys that I could see myself stepping into a role like that in the league, more of like an in the box safety kind of rover position, star position, if you will.
Definitely. Yeah, those are just two standout names, and Tyrann Mathieu, he's one of those guys like he's just done it for so long at such a consistent rate. The dude's just stayed healthy, game in, game out, and you got to have that durability at the next level. So that's definitely awesome. So I know you're at Davenport University right now, but at Lake Erie College, you did return 4 punts for 23 yards. Tell me a little bit about that. So you could play a little bit on special teams, can you?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest thing about my transition to will be my willingness to play special teams and be anywhere a team would need me. I think that just being a team player is a huge advantage once you make it to a league with so many great elite athletes. Just
Definitely.
finding a skill where you can contribute is like really my main focus. But yeah, I did. I played punt return. I was more of like a safe guy, pooch punt. They'd put make sure that I catch it, and sometimes take off if I felt I had some green grass in front of me.
Definitely. So it looks like prior to transferring, looks like you won the GMAC All American. You're an All American safety, so you won the All American team 4 times. How does a award like that you know, give you confidence a little bit? Hard work pays off. How does winning that 4 times, not once but 4 times, uh, kind of like just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the All American thing. Well, I came in like after the season, I was named All American. I think it was 4 I was named to
Yeah,
this past postseason, and then at Lake Erie, I was All Conference after my sophomore year. So it was just really more of like proving that I could be the same caliber player in a higher caliber conference. A lot of people say LEAC's one of the like powerhouse conferences and playing LEAC against teams like Grand Valley and you know Saginaw, like teams like that. Just still proving that I can be an impact player and lead a defense.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So you just got to, put your head down, just keep working at it, and it's definitely going to pay off, like getting that award. But in 2024 at Davenport, you definitely can. forced turnovers, 11 passes defense, 3 interceptions, 1 forced fumble. Tell me a little bit about your knack for the ball, not only, intercepting passes, being a ball hawk, but also, uh, you know, punching the ball out, forcing fumbles, all of that passes defense. Tell me a little bit about your knack for the football.
Yeah, I think that too goes back, like I said earlier, about playing receiver when I was in high school. I really just, playing football, you always want the ball. Like everybody, ball, you want to make plays, and the biggest thing, scoring points. So really, when it comes to getting the football, it's just being greedy and trying to go make plays for the team. And I think as a defensive player, if you can get the ball back for your offense, that's the most important thing you can do to get points on the board and win games. So really, it's just that knack for the ball. When I was a receiver, when I see the ball in the air, I don't even think about like being on defense. It's more of just go get.
Nah, exactly. Yeah, that's like it's scary, for like opposing offenses, receivers, whatever, because you're a hungry guy. You're coming for the football. You're gonna put your hat in there and you're gonna do whatever to get the ball out. For your offense. So definitely keep that same mentality. But are there any teams that have reached out? I know it's still a little bit early, but are there any teams that have reached out for interviews or that you kind of got an award with yet or
Yeah.
not?
So just recently, I've had interest from the Colts and the Lions, and as well as a scout from the Patriots have reached out to me and my head coach at Davenport University. So I got to talk a little bit with the Lions and Colts when they showed up to our facility for our junior day, and then the Patriots was more of a thing where they just talked directly to my coach, and he just let me know that they had showed some interest.
Awesome. That's awesome. Kind of hearing back. I know it's still early, but kind of hearing back and knowing kind of where you stand. But you still got time. Um, are there? Well, I see that. So you grew up a Browns fan. That
Yeah,
was your team.
I'm from Ohio, so yeah,
Okay.
in the family, kind of.
Yeah. So I'm a 49ers fan. I don't really got anything against the Browns. I mean, but I'm pulling for you. I'm definitely pulling for you. At the next level. I definitely want all my guys to succeed. But are you one of those guys, like it would be an honor to go to the Browns, or are you just one of those guys like just being in the NFL, like getting drafted, undrafted, whatever,
Yeah.
getting a spot on the 53 is just like it's an achievement of itself. Like, how do you kind of process all that?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think it would just be a huge blessing to make any 53-man roster. If I was able to play in Cleveland or a city like Pittsburgh that's closest to home, uh, I think that would be awesome for family like sake to come watch me play. But I would be grateful to have any opportunity to play in the NFL.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So tell me a little bit about what you're majoring right now in college, and tell me a little
Uh,
bit about that.
uh, like you said, I'm a graduate student, so I originally got my undergrad degree in political science at Lake Erie College because I planned on being a criminal defense attorney after I got done playing football. Obviously, I'm taking a little different path right now, and I'm trying to continue playing football. So, with my graduate degree, I'll have my MBA, my master's in business administration in June. So I was able to work on that while still playing football, still being on football scholarship. So that was a huge blessing in itself, just getting to further my education. And, after the whole football thing's done, I might even go back to law school. Who knows?
That's you kind of have like a backup there, which is awesome.
Yep.
Uh, all right. So that's definitely awesome. You know, I'm definitely pulling for you, man. I'm definitely wishing you the best. Just still got a lot of time, but just keep putting your head down, keep working, and it's gonna pay off at the end of the day. All this hard work. So just keep doing your thing. But uh, I'll kind of I don't usually do this, but I'll keep you on for a little bit more, but I know you got like a workout and stuff to go to, so I'll let you go pretty soon. But
Sir.
you know, um, so I'm a 49ers fan, right? So who early Super Bowl predictions? I kind of wanted to do like early Super Bowl predictions. I know like it's crazy, but like I haven't even thought of these questions. But who do you got for the Super Bowl? in the upcoming 2025-2026 season?
That's a good question. I mean, I think with the Chiefs losing this year, they might come back hungrier next season. You know, Patrick Mahomes, I think he's a great quarterback. So
Yeah,
any team with him's liable to win a championship any year. I would I would like to see Josh Allen get over that hump though. So I'm gonna say Bills, and then in the NFC, let's go Lions, man. Bills Lions. Let's see if I can pull one.
I like the dark. It's not really a dark horse team. I actually like that prediction. I was pulling for the Lions this year, but it is what it is. The Commanders took them out.
Yeah, I'll,
Commanders are a good team as well, man. Jaden Daniels, he's definitely a star in the making. But yeah. Let's see. Favorite favorite artist.
uh, this is gonna be controversial, but Drake, that's my favorite artist.
Drake.
He's a guy that you'll see him in my Instagram captions a lot, man.
I mean, I know the whole beef thing, but
Yeah,
hey, if his music's good, his music's good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah.
that's how I kind of look at it. But do you have favorite pregame ritual? Do you have one? Are you one of those guys that what's that word? Are you like you
Superstition.
have like because I know some guys they have their own little like thing they do pregame. Do you have one of those or not?
Yeah, so my routine is basically just go. So for my pregame warm up, I have this thing I do it before every practice, every game. Uh, I really just go out and have like a stretch routine that I do on before the game starts. So it's like ankle walks and then like a whole bunch of just regular stretching and stuff, and then I'll go to the field goal post, do some leg swings, stuff like that, and kind of just get my nervous system active, and then I'm usually ready to go. Getting pretty amped up.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. Those are kind of just off the cuff questions a little bit, but okay. One last thing, before we kind of get out of here. My phone's about to die. I forgot to charge it, but tell me a little bit about why teams should look to kind of draft you. Why you kind of stand out. Uh, you know, why you kind of stand out on the board a little bit. So tell me a little bit about what makes you different from the other guys.
I think my biggest thing that separates from other guys would be my IQ for the game.
Yeah.
I during my college career, I had 5 different defensive coordinators, so I learned 5 different defensive playbooks, and really one of the guys that was always on top of came balls and checks in those defenses. So past year, I actually when I trained at Davenport, I was named a captain on our football team, and only a year being here, and I think it was just a testament to the time and effort that I put into learning playbooks and being on point at practice. So I think that's just a big thing that translates to the NFL because once you get to that level, skill wise, a lot of the guys are in the same area and on that same elite level. So really just separate myself at that. And one of the intelligent players on the field at all times could really utilize the player to their facility and join.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely awesome. But as a Niner fan, I'm pulling for you. I hope the Niners, because we do need some safeties. I I, I hope you get drafted to the Niners. We'll see. I mean, we got a great team, we got a great coach in Kyle Shanahan. I mean, I'm hoping you want to come here. Do you like the Bay Area by any chance? Yeah.
And I would get in some good weather. Out here, we got 4 seasons, so it would be nice to be out in hot weather.
Definitely. Yeah, I know, a lot of people, they got mixed feelings about Cali, with the taxes, high price and all that. But, that it's definitely a amazing environment once you get to kind of, adapt to a little bit. But I definitely appreciate you I definitely appreciate you coming on, Cameron. It was definitely an honor. Maybe, I can have you on again, once later on, not right now because I know you're a little bit busy with like workouts, the draft process, everything like that. But we'll definitely keep in touch, man. I'm wishing you the best of luck. Everyone, thank you for watching. And yeah, man, just keep doing your thing. And, it's all going to pay off at the end of the day. Just like, just stay on the grind, man.
Yep, for sure, man. I appreciate you having me on. Best of luck with everything you're doing with the interviews and stuff.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And we'll keep in touch. We'll keep talking and
Yes,
stuff. But
sir. God
everyone,
bless, man.
thank you for tuning in. And yep, okay, I'll talk to you soon, man.